Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 with No Filter. Today's topic is something that I have been extensively debating for probably 2 to 3 weeks now with pretty much everybody around me. And that is the idea that we expire at a certain age, and so we need to get married and start having kids before that happens. So I was having a conversation with one of my friends yesterday, and he was telling me that his mom is like really heavily pushing him right now to get serious and start looking for someone to marry. And I didn't think that he was that type, so I asked him, "Is that something that you want to do?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's about time. I'm 30. I'm getting older. I want to be able to have kids, and it's just time for me to settle down." And I told him, like, really, like, it's that easy for you to decide that quickly that you want to settle down and spend your life with somebody, pick somebody random and, build the life together and live together forever. Especially if that is not something that was on his mind before. I was really like confused as to how somebody could easily jump into a long-term relationship like that. And it's not just a relationship, it's a marriage. And he was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'll meet the girl and we'll talk. And if I like her, I'll marry her." And I was like, "If you like her, you'll marry her? I mean, what are you basing this relationship on? Like, you are going to marry somebody that you don't even love. And there's so many complications that can come from that. Like, most of all, the intimacy part. But how are you going to build a life with somebody you don't even know, that you're just going to meet randomly one day and in 2-3 weeks decide, okay, cool, she's the person I want to end up with?" He's like, "Well, I can't wait around for the idea of me meeting somebody and dating them and falling in love, because that can take 2-3 years and I just don't have that time." And, so many other people have told me this. One of my friends told me women have depreciating value. So at one point we are eventually not going to be as desirable because men base their search for their partner on looks and the ability to have children. And so the older we get as women, the harder it is for us to find somebody who is willing to accept our age and our deficiencies, I guess. But I really feel like that is so wrong. It's very damaging to our mental health as we grow older and as we're teaching the younger generation that, hey, it's cool, like, we want you to be successful, but don't forget you're going to expire, so you need to pick somebody before this date. Otherwise, your pool is not going to be as big. Look, I'm 34, I'm still not married, and for me it's actually been much easier for me to know exactly what I want and to find who I want, based on the fact that I am older and I have learned a lot of things and I know exactly what I want in my partner. Now, whether or not I've been able to find people that fit in that category is a little bit difficult just because of the area that I'm in. But there are a lot of avenues nowadays to meet people, and so you just have to take advantage of them. But this idea that we are depreciating in value, or that, we have to hurry up and meet a deadline before, we expire, is something that we have to change. I don't think that that is healthy. I don't think that that's a good enough reason to settle down and get married to somebody. If you do meet somebody and you do fall in love and you guys are happy together, more power to you. But if you are literally going to settle down just to settle down so that you can beat the clock, don't do it. And I know a lot of people who have ended up doing this even before they were supposedly going to expire. People who felt like they had to get married because everybody around them was getting married. Or people that felt like, hey, I just finished school, so now it's time for me to get married. I mean, there is no specific time frame for people to do things. So don't feel like you have to do something unless you actually really want to do it. I don't know how many times I have to stress this, how many times I talk to young girls who are in their early 20s, who haven't even finished school yet, who are so concerned with getting married. I mean, yes, if you want to be married, but don't make that your primary concern. You should focus on building yourself up, knowing who you are, knowing what you like, knowing what you want out of life. Because so often I've seen a lot of girls get married when they were young and they end up regretting it. A lot of them have gotten divorced, and now a lot of them are stuck with children and they can't leave because they don't want to create that type of environment for their kids. But they want to pursue other things in their life. You know, they're more aware now, and they realize that, hey, maybe I don't want to just stay home and take care of kids. Maybe I actually do want a career. So it's important that you know that ahead of time, because as we see, our divorce rate in our community is very, very high, just as high as the American divorce rate. And we used to pride ourselves on the fact that, oh, we don't have divorces. The thing is, people are becoming a lot more confident in wanting a divorce, especially if they're not happy. And the way that we can avoid that is simply just by getting to know ourselves and knowing what we want, and removing the stigma of people expiring or having depreciating value if they don't get married by a certain time. So that's going to be my topic for today. Please let me know what you guys think. Comment, share, subscribe, and then hopefully I'll record in another couple days. I know I have been like completely out of the loop. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've recorded my last video, but you know, a lot of stuff has been going on, and